What's going on, YouTube? I'm back here with another deck profile of one of my favorite decks this format, which is Fire Kings, as you can tell in the title, somewhere over there. But we'll go ahead and get to the deck profile, and hope you guys like it. Alright, we'll go ahead and get started with the boss monster of the deck, which is Fire King High Avatar Garunix. This card is your boss monster of the deck. He's 2700 attack. He's an on-tap Dark Hole. So whenever, during the next standby phase, if this card was destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, I can special summon him from the graveyard and destroy all monsters on the field. And that alone just makes me want to play 3. I know a lot of people are opting out for the 2, but if you play 3 Circle the Fire Kings and 3 Yakshas, you can get away with 3. And then we'll go ahead and get to triple Yaksha. Yaksha is probably the best card in the whole deck, hands down, easily. He's 1800 attack, he's a level 4 Beast Warrior, and if a face-up Fire King monster you control is destroyed by a card effect, except by damage, or in the damage step, you can special summon him from your hand. He and Barong both do that, and that's a hidden effect. It's not really hidden, but a lot of people don't utilize that effect of him and Barong, of he and Barong. But also, whenever he's destroyed, you could search your deck for any Fire King card or any Fire King monster and add it to your hand, which is fantastic. And then we have Barong. Barong is the same stats as Yaksha, 1800 attack, 200 defense, level 4 Beast Warrior, Fire type. But whenever he is destroyed and sent to the graveyard during your next standby phase, you can add any Fire King card to your hand, which alone is fantastic. It includes the spells and any of the monsters. Those are the Fire King monsters. It's the basic 9. The level 3s, I think, are completely pointless to run because they have no synergy with the deck at all. And this is the non-budget build, by the way. Triple Wolfbark. I picked these up at $15 a piece last format when dragons were still a thing. So I'm kind of happy they're up to the 60s, but I still don't want to get rid of them because I am a Fire King and Fire Fist player. Back to the deck profile. Wolfbark brings back Barong, Yaksha, and Wolfbark. So... and he's just an instant exceed monster, which is fantastic. You go for Wolfbark, you make Tiger King, Crazy Box, whatever you need, and you just go ahead and do all the plays you need. I love Wolfbark. A lot of people are playing 2. I am playing 3 because I love the exceed build more. I do play 1 bear because it is bear. He does destroy monsters that are face up on the field, or just monsters period, by pitching a Tenki, which I'll get to that in a second. I do play the 1 blaster because everything is a fire type. And I can't stress how much this card is great late game because you special summon him from the graveyard by banishing a Wolfbark and a Barong and just instant 2800 beater and just go in for damage. He makes late game pushes. And then my tech that no one else is playing for some reason, Sacred Phoenix and Nephthys. He has the same effect as Garunix, but when he special summon, instead of destroying monsters, he destroys all spell and traps. Which I think this format, when people are setting 5 back row, is absolutely fantastic. Even if they have to waste a Phoenix Chain on it. I would much rather you waste a Phoenix Chain on Sacred Phoenix than anything else. And the great card about Garunix and Sacred Phoenix, they can't Valor it because it comes back in the standby phase. And Valor has to go off in the main phase. But that's the monster lineup. Get all these guys up. And we'll go ahead and get into the spells. Possibly the best spell in the entire deck. Triple Onslaught of the Fire King. If you control the monsters and your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card, or you can special summon 1 Fire Beast, Beast Warrior, or Wing Beast type monster from your deck. Its effects are negated and is destroyed during the end phase, and you can only activate 1 Onslaught per turn. This plus Grunix equals game. This plus Sacred Phoenix equals game. You activate this, you special summon a Sacred Phoenix, destroy all their back row, or you activate this and you special summon a Garunix and destroy all their monsters. Or even if you have a Barong in hand and a Yaksha, you could, or just a Barong in hand, you can activate Onslaught, special summon a Yaksha from your deck, normal summon Barong, and overlay him if you need to. Which is really good too, because then you can make your Tiger King play, get your Wolfbark, negate all their face-up monsters' effects, and that's just amazing. So triple Onslaught. Circle of the Fire Kings. I love this card just as much as I love Onslaught because this card is amazing in the battle phase. It's a quick play spell. You target 1 fire monster you control and 1 fire monster in your graveyard. You destroy the one you control, and then you special summon the one from your graveyard. You can only activate 1 circle per turn. So, some of the best things I like to do with this card is you have a Garunix, you attack for 27, circle the Fire Kings, send it to the graveyard, and then you can special summon Blaster, if you want to, or even a Wolfbark. So in main phase 2, you can make Wolfbark plays. It's fantastic. But you have to remember, if you do the Wolfbark option, you're gonna get the circle. You're gonna get Garunix back from Circle Effect next standby. So you gotta be wary of that too. But this card is just amazing for battle phase tricks. I love it, absolutely love it. And then triple Tenki, because all your level 4 monsters you play in the deck are all Beast Warriors. So you have essentially 9 targets, or 10 targets, sorry. You have the 3 Wolfbarks, 3 Barongs, 3 Yakshas, and then the 1 Bear for Tenki targets, which is fantastic. So, and then you can also pitch this with Bear, obviously, to destroy a monster your opponent controls. And whenever Bear deals direct damage, you could search a Tenki. So, I was playing 1 Tensu, but it was really, really nice, but I just really haven't found the room to put it back in. I really do like the 1 Tensu, though. I will probably put it back in. Triple MSD, because I hate Macro and Fissure with a passion. I cannot stand Macro and Fissure because it kills the deck, and people for some reason are still citing those cards. It's really good against a lot of stuff. This deck doesn't really die to Rivalry or Gozen because everything's fire and damn near everything's going to be a Beast Warrior except for Garunix and Sacred Phoenix and Blaster. But everything else is a Beast Warrior, and all your plays are going to revolve around them guys. So this card is really good, especially against side deck cards like DNA Surgery being a big one. And that's the spell lineup. It's pretty basic, 3 of each. I like to keep it simple with my spell lineups. And then we're going to get to the traps. 1 Warning, 1 Torrential, Bottomless, and Compulse. I wish Torrential was at 2. I was playing this deck when it first came out in the starter deck, and Torrential was still at 2, and you could play 2 Torrential, and it was just amazing. 1 Blackhorn. For those of you who watch my videos, you know I love Blackhorn of Heaven. That card is just, it's another warning. 2 Venus Chains, because I still am on the Fiend, or the Chain Train, as some people like to call it. The card is just, it's amazing. Stops battle, it stops effects. They can still activate the effect, just to let you know. They can still pay the cost to activate the effect. So, just for those of you who don't know that. 2 7 Tools of the Bandit, and 1 Generation Shift. I'm actually loving this card right now. I just can't get enough of this card. And I like 1 Generation Shift over 2 because I am playing the Exceed build. So most of the time I'm going to go for a Wolfbark play and go to Exceeds like Tiger King and make a lot of pluses with Tenki and another Wolfbark and just plus all day. And then if you go to get rid of my Tiger King, Generation Shift does me nothing for that. So that's why I only really play 1. It's really just for Garunix, if anything, or the early game with the Barong and the Yaksha. So, and that's the trap lineup. It's a 40-card deck. Oh, and I have 3 more spells. Double Rekindling and Dark Hole to even up the deck. Rekindling is fantastic. It's a Monster Reborn. It's a multiple Monster Reborn. You only have 6 targets for it, though, which is kind of sad. If you opt out if you can't afford the Wolfbarks, which I understand they're $60 a piece, then you can play the Flameville Fire Dog, and he is a target for Rekindling as well. And then 1 Dark Hole as well. So, Dark Hole is fantastic in this deck because you destroy everything and you get all the pluses. Now, the extra deck is not complete, by the way. I'm just going to start saying that now. I am missing a 101. Obviously, they just came out, and an Exiton Knight, and a couple other things. But we'll go ahead and get started anyway. You're going to play 2 Tiger Kings because Tiger King is amazing in this deck. He grabs your Tenki and Wolfbark's an instant Tiger King. He also has the effect, if you detach 1, you can all your face-up opponent's monsters' effects are negated. So that's really, really good. It's great to get over Zen mains. Double Diamond Dire, I know, 1 super. I got rid of 1 of my secrets, but this card's amazing because everything in your deck is a Beast Warrior. So that works out really well. Black Ship and Crazy Box. Crazy Box, obviously, for EEV. Lavalval Chain. I really like Lavalval Chain because you can send Garunix to the graveyard or Blaster to the graveyard if you really wanted to late game. And you can also circle the Fire Kings, whatever you send to the graveyard. That's why I like Lavalval Chain. That, and if you really need to, you can put Blaster on the top of your deck to blow something up next turn. 1 Dweller, because it's Dweller. I'll probably play 2. I need to get a second one. 1 Maestroke. You don't really need any more Maestroke. Cowboy and Utopia. Like I said, I need to get another Dweller. And maybe, I don't know, 101 Exiton Knight. I think that would probably even up. I think it's a 13. I'm not sure. I would also probably run a Daigusto Emerald because Daigusto Emerald is great for shuffling everything back into the deck. as well. And then drawing cards always good too. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That was my Fire King deck profile. If you have any comments about the deck, go ahead and leave them down below in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'd much appreciate it. Share the videos, which is awesome. My channel is slowly growing more and more every day, and I appreciate you guys. If there's anything I can do, a deck profile or a video you guys want to see, let me know. My next one's going to be on a theory on a certain favorite trap card of mine, if you haven't seen it in my profiles before. But I really appreciate you guys a lot. I can't stress that enough. I know I haven't even broke the 100 mark yet, and I'm already happy every day with the 1-2 subscribers I get on a daily basis, which is awesome. But the Fire King deck, I've been testing a lot, and it's a fantastic deck. It has lots and lots of consistency. It doesn't really run out of steam like most decks have that problem. One of my favorite decks, Madolches, has that problem, running out of steams. But Fire Kings, I just never really have that problem. It just keeps going and going and going and going, and I love the aspect about that deck. Also, I watched a video on Galactic God's channel and of Xander PS210's Fire King deck profile, and I hope he sees this. I'm going to send the link to him, so hopefully he can check that out. And I hope you like it, Xander. It's one of my favorite decks, and these are my opinions on it. But thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Some other stuff you want to see, some other videos, and later.